voluntary shutdown of cargo carrier Kamaka Air continues, and the neighbor island businesses and residents are worried about a possible disruption in service. Daryl Huff spoke with the new CEO, who says the company hopes to resume service very soon.
About 3 weeks ago, Kamaka put out this press release saying it was under new ownership and new leadership with complete support of the existing leadership of Kamaka. It promised a smooth transition, but apparently a few things went wrong.
By phone, the cargo carrier's new CEO, Dave Hinderland, said after some small hiccups that he said made the FAA uncomfortable, they shut down after Tuesday's runs. They hired Air Cargo to take over urgent cargo flights to places like Molokai Drugs, Kaunakakai's only pharmacy.
This is life and death. Sometimes if our medicines don't get here on time, it can be the difference between life and death on Molokai. This is serious.
Kimberly Svetland said they've relied on Kamaka for years and says Kamaka provided personal door-to-door service and responded to emergencies.
If someone runs out of a medicine and we don't have it in stock, we make the order by 6 o'clock in the evening. It gets here the next morning.
But when we talk about a lifeline, cargo service is that for Lanai and Molokai for that matter. And so this was a huge concern.
Congresswoman Takuda said her calls to Kamaka were not returned, and Molokai Senator Lynn DeCoit was also frustrated by the lack of warning.
With what happened just out of the blues, no word as to the shutdown coming, or even at least to reach out to myself or to the Department of Transportation Airports and say, hey, we need some help.
Exactly what happened is unclear. This week, the company began recruiting for a flight operations specialist, a chief pilot, and a director of flight operations, positions essential to FAA certification.
Employees have been telling me that they don't know what's going on. They're worried.
DeCoit said she hopes the new management maintains the company's historic commitment to community service. So do its customers.
Kamaka is a very important business partner for Molokai Drugs and other businesses and organizations on island. It's not just the medicine.
They're in an extremely vulnerable position now. Every day matters, and I'm gravely concerned.
The new CEO said he hopes to be flying again sometime next week. At Honolulu Airport, Daryl Huff, Hawaii News Now.